Right guys, it's Matt, how you doing? Welcome back. Right, welcome to my favourite tank review. Yep, apologies, I'm a little low on replays at the minute after my stay in hospital. And the one tank that has been giving me good results is my favourite tank, like it always does, the Object 430 version 2. So today we're going to have a look around my favourite tank and I'll explain to you why I like it so much. I'm not saying it's the best tier 9 medium, it's just the one I have the most fun playing, and I'll show you some replays at the end just why I love this tank. It is awesome. Right, so start with the packages then. Let's go into it. I'm not going to bother talking about the first ones because they're just something you need to get through as quickly as possible. Although the tank isn't that bad at the bottom. It's just a bit too slow to be able to do the things that make this tank really cool. Anyway, the main thing you need to talk about on this tank, and also the same with the T-54, is the choice of guns on the top packages. You can see I take the M63. Let's look at the stats. This is the one with the good aim time. I think the accuracy is better. I think the rate of fire is better, but you only have 201mm of penetration with your standard AP rounds and 320 alpha. But you do get the nice heat rounds with 330 pen and 320 alpha. If we go to the other gun now, right? Is the rate of fire? Yeah, the rate of fire drops slightly. The aim time increases a lot and the accuracy increases by 0.01 to 0.37, so already you have less rate of fire, worse aim time and worse accuracy, but you get 219 pen with your standard AP rounds, and again the heat rounds 330 pen and 320 alpha. So what do you want? Do you want a little bit more pen? But do you want to lose out on a gun that aims fast, accurate and reloads quicker? Or do you want to drop some pen and have to fire some heat now and again, but you get better rate of fire, better aim time and better accuracy? That is why the T-54 Quickie Baby recently called it the Heat 54, because this gun is just better in all aspects other than the penetration. 200 pen is more than enough for the size and rear of tanks. It's only really when you fight in tier 9 and 10 heavies from the front that you need the heat. So definitely take this gun, but load a lot of heat, which means this tank, it's an expensive tank to run, and when you're playing it you don't make a huge amount of profit to save up towards your tier 10. That is the only problem with this tank. But take this gun, fellas. I've tried the other gun quite a lot. Imagine you're side scraping from a rock, you pull out with this gun, you aim in quick, get your shot away, get back in. Whereas with this one, you pull out, you sat there for 3 seconds, the enemy tank finds one of your weak spots, hits you, you then snap your shot back at him, it might miss, and then you pull back in. Whereas with the other one, you pull out, snap your shot away, and you're back in, and you probably bounce the shot off your turret or your side armour, which is why, just take it, fellas. You'll see what I mean if you play this tank ever anyway. Anyway, other stats, engine power isn't great at 580. Once it's going, it does go, but you will want some cruise skills to bump up the like track traverse and maybe off-road driving as well. Track traverse is really good, but it's just the engine power on soft and medium ground. You won't get that 48 degrees a second on soft and medium ground, so there we go. Again, you're going to want off-road driving probably. Anyway, other than that, view range 390 meters, not bad for a tier 9 medium tank. Right, so that's the packages. Try it yourself, fellas, if you get this tank or you've already had this tank. This gun, it does have more pen, but the gun handling is just so much worse than this one. I'd rather have less pen and a better aiming gun. It's like the E50. Has a lot less pen than some of the other tier 9 mediums, but because the gun handles and aims so nice, you don't really notice it. Anyway, on to my crew skills. Not particularly skilled crew, let's have a look. You can see I'm training off-road driving, but what I would have done was went for repairs first, swapped it to 6th Sense, repairs again, swapped it to Bravin Arms, either repairs and or camo and kept it, then repairs or camo and kept it, and clutch braking. Yep, that's a pretty good one on this, and you can see I'm training off-road driving. I will have that as well soon, and that is the very basic skills you want on this tank. Camo, you wouldn't think, but let's go in the other stats. Camo value above average. This is one sneaky ass tank, and anything you can do to improve that, i.e. camo, once your crew gets more skilled later on, like green thumb, muffled shots, something like that, and always fit your camo paint. This is one of the more sneaky tier 9 mediums, and you can get around places without getting spotted to get to your next position to side scrape from, and pop up somewhere where they really won't expect you to be. Anyway, there we go, that's all I'm going to say about that one. On to my equipment. I've got a bit of a funny setup for a tier 9 medium. I've gone for rammer, ventilation and coated optics. For most people, the standard medium tank equipment, rammer, coated optics and vert stabs will be better, but I play this tank quite mad. I like to find a tank, get right beside it, get its side and rear armour and unload, which is why I go for the full fire as fast as you can equipment and coated optics to be able to do your scouting role as well. Anyway, there we go. Supplies. Right, like I said, you're going to need a good stock of heat. You will get in a lot of tier 10 games, and fighting an E100 with 200 pen does not go very well, so you need a good stock of heat, enough to kill an E100 and his buddies. Yep, I do carry 5 HE, 100mm gun. It will do something for a cap reset or maybe artillery, although I have had a couple of occasions where I've got behind a British artillery, loaded HE, and I've done minimal damage. You need to be really careful, the penetration is not very high on these HE rounds. Anyway, standard consumables, there is an argument to go for combat rations with this tank, but I have been set on fire a couple of times from a shot to the front plate, so I decided not to go for combat rations. Right, that's about it, fellas. Is there any other stats we haven't talked about? Right, 1700 hit points, not massive, but enough. Speed limit of 55 kilometers an hour. It will get there, but the engine isn't particularly powerful. It does take a while to accelerate, but once you're going, it does bomb along quite nice. Talked about chassis rotation, which is good. Turret rotation is 40. I don't like it when the turret rotation is less than the track traverse, but in this case, because the turret only goes around 180 degrees, it's not as much of a drama. View range 390 we spoke about, and the main thing that makes this tank different from some of the others is the camo value. Excellent camo value, and do what you can to improve it, i.e. the paint and crew skills. Right, there we go, chaps. My favourite tank at the minute. I'm not saying it's the best tank, it's just my favourite tank that I like to play at the minute. Might all change soon. Anyway, on to tanks.gg now to see why this tank is so special. Here you are then, tankers, Object 430 version 2 in tanks.gg. Right, first off we're just going to look at the gun depression, which we already know is horrendous. 4 degrees for the whole 180 degree turret traverse that you get. Yep, 4 degrees, next to nothing, basically nothing. Elevation is 16 degrees, so that's okay. Yeah, please be aware that the turret only goes half the way round, and you've only got 4 degrees of gun depression. It should make this tank very, very hard to play. And traditionally, like I said earlier, I don't get on well with tanks without gun depression, but this is one tank I really do. And you just, once you've learnt how to play it differently, well, you've seen some gameplay in a bit. Anyway, right, onto the 3D model. Right, so here it is. It's one of the strongest tier 9 mediums in the game. Let's start off with the front plate. So 120mm all the way back to there. Doesn't bring up huge numbers at the front, but the further you go back on the back plate as the angle increases, it does go up a lot. And actually the lower plate's actually quite strong as well, but as you can see there, straight tank, tanks are going to pen, so you want to be angling. Nice side scraping angle, you can pull off over 200 off the front plate, and extreme angles when you're going back around a corner, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's funny with this tank where some of it's actually really massive and then some of it's really small. It's another one of those tanks where it just depends where the enemy hits you on the day, if you know what I mean. Right, side scraping then, let's set it up roughly like that then. Not very big numbers at the front of the tracks there, but it does get bigger as it gets back. It all depends where the pointer is on the model, I suppose. This part here is visible, but it's 80mm, and 80mm is quite a lot of side armour for a medium, and you'll be bouncing even tier 10 mediums with that. Anyway, so the hull's pretty good from the front. Onto the turret. Turret is really cool, apart from you can already see one weakness there just by the colours. So the front of the turret is 248mm thick, and it brings up some really nice numbers. Thicknesses drop down as you go out, but the angling increases, so there's still some really big numbers there. So this is definitely one hold down tank. Exactly the same the other side. It does have some big cupolas, but they're really thick on the bottom portion. They do drop a little bit on the top, but it's still big numbers and fairly well angled, so that's probably going to be a ricochet most of the time. There's another small one here, but again it's 130mm thick, so it's not that much of a weak spot. The only real weak spot is the roof of the turret. It's kind of a balancing feature really, otherwise this thing would be godlike. You do have some small patches here, 64mm there and 30mm there. This is where you're going to get penned from the front. You're going to think people are spamming you with premium rounds through here, but what they've probably done, it's quite a large caliber gun and it's totally overmatched your turret roof and gone through, so be a little bit careful when you're side hugging things that do have enough gun depression to poke down on your turret. They probably won't know about this area, they'll do it on accident trying to get your cupolas. Anyway, so other than that, very strong tank. How's my accents these days? Is it getting any better, boys? What do you reckon? Anyway, let's flip tank to the side. So we've seen the side armor was 80. Of course that's not going to be very good if you get caught out from the side like that. Side of the turret's actually not bad at the front, and then it drops, but it's still pretty good at the front. Who cares about the back? And the back of the tank, or always majority of the tanks in the game, bar maybe the mouse, is pretty poo from the back. Anyway, so yeah, hold down beast, absolutely legendary. Right, so that's pretty much it, boys. We've looked in, well, and girls. I know we do have a couple of girl viewers, so it's nice to have you on the channel. Yeah, we've had a look around the armour, we've had a look around the tank in the garage and stuff like that. Time to see a couple of replays and show you just why I love this tank so much.
We've got enemies in the area. Take them down or capture their base.
Right, here we go, Tankers Object 430 version 2 on El Haloof. Great matchmaking, there's only a few tier 9s on each team. Instead of going up to heavy corner, I decided to push my luck over on their right hand side, get lots of spots and hopefully get some damage done. Yeah, so matchmaking is is one of the biggest things with this tank. Lower tier tanks, if you get this thing in the right position and get hold down, you're almost impervious to every lower tier tank. Like I said, if you get it hold down. There we go. He penned me, T71. Got my side armour, but now he's out of rounds. Where you gonna go? You're all mine now, buddy. Take another hit from the side. Remember, 80mm side armour, so it's not like a mouse or nothing, but it's good enough. Right, who's next? Oh, I lose some more health. That's not good. What's this? Type 59, is it? Right, so I'll push in, get close, but I am leaving myself to get exposed from the hill here. Here we go. Hits turret ring. Keep close. If I stay close. Oh, I bounced that. Noob shot. Auto aim. Bounce another one. Yeah, if I stay close, this guy's got little chance. Just needs one more. Stick him in the standard rounds. In this matchmaking, I should be able to get away with it most of the time. Oh, I noob shot another one. Wasting some time here and leaving myself to be exposed. And I do finally take a hit there. Yeah, I didn't do... well, this is an Ace Tanker replay, but my own gameplay was not perfect. But because of the tank I'm in, yeah, special things happen. Right, so now I start to think about what I'm doing. I'm side scraping off from the rock, bouncing more shots, getting spots, getting assist points. Well, if our team could actually do anything. There we go. Yeah, it was a bit of a funny situation there. I got rushed by 2 tanks, so I wasn't able to stay hold down. But we dealt with them, and I've still got just under half my hit points. Plenty enough to deal with the rest of their team. Yeah, so the trick with this tank is finding positions where 4 degrees of gun depression doesn't become a drama. You might have seen my other videos with the 430 version 2 in. You need to try and use gun elevation, like reversing backwards up a hill to get your gun up. Although that does leave your weak spot on top of the turret a little exposed. Take a hit from behind again, but it was worth it to kill that guy. It's that Black Prince, I think. He's been a bit cheeky. What you will find with this tank as well, lower tier tanks will get so annoyed very quickly, they will start using high explosive against you. Right, there's that gun elevation. Fire, hit, blind. Nice. Right, so now I decide to reverse up the hill so I don't expose my weakest armour to the enemy. Right, now we're up and in position. Done a decent amount of damage so far. I think we got 3 kills. Still got a bit of health left. Right, there's a prototype. Come on team, help me out. There we go. Got some spots. Here we go. Now they're whacking that prototype. He was on his way over to try and come and get me. He is not going to make his. He's not going to make it over. There we go. Picked up all of the assist points bar the last shot there. Right, so now what we got? C20? Or 21? Can't see from this little screen. Keep my armour angled. There we go, another kill. Kill number 4, and we spot a Carnarvon in a very strange place. Really didn't expect him to be there. Strange child. Don't have a shot on that Black Prince. Oh, I went for it anyway. What a waste of a round. Yeah, look at that reload. These Russian 100mm are just so cool.
Focus on this location.
Right, so I'm going to bypass that Carnarvon and leave him till later on. Right, so I'm spotted. Enemy's arty. There he is. Trying to get gun depression, just about got enough to hit the top of his tank. And I take a hit off that Carnarvon. So I push on in. Artillery misses, aim the shot, pick up another kill. Right, so let's deal with this Carnarvon. Don't really have the health for it anymore. I've been a bit sort of lax with my arm angling and just been a bit overconfident. Where is he? There he is. Right, time to do the merry-go-round. Oh, just dipped there. That was a shame. See, this is the drawback with that turret that only goes halfway round. Take another hit. Every now and again, you find yourself, oh no, noob shot again. Oh, I missed the kill. Where's my Top Gun? Right, so like I said at the start, fellas, I did not play this game anywhere near perfect. If I did, this could have been a huge replay. But because this tank is strong, a great gun, you can fight your way out of trouble, even when you give away hit points. Right, so 5 kills. Can we find something else to kill? I know there's an IS-6 down the other end of the map. Right, so I load up my first heat rounds of the replay. An IS-6 frontally with 200 pen. You can do it. You're going to need a good pen roll, and you need to going to be able to aim very, very well. And I'm a one shot for this IS-6. There he is. I get spotted. There we go. He needs one more heat round. I reload. He's fired, so I've got plenty of time. The angles hit him. Oh, I didn't roll good enough. He's going to need one more. So I start to side scrape from the rock. Should be able to beat his reload again, and there we go. Pick up my Top Gun, which I should have got a lot earlier if I hadn't played like such a monkey. Anyway, that's what you can do in a 430 version 2 when you're top tier and you play okay. 7,000 experience, 53,000 silver, high caliber, loads of ribbons, ace tanker, steel wall, top gun, and a scout medal for 5,674 damage and 2,283 assist points. Only 2k blocked. That should have been a lot more. Like I said, I was a bit lax with my armor angling, being a little bit overconfident, a little bit overzealous, but still 2,088 base experience, top of the team by miles, and we absolutely ruffle stomped that enemy team. And that's why I love this tank. It's my go-to tank. If I'm having a bad day, I load it up and I go and yeah, just drive around killing stuff, which is fun. Right, on to the next replay then. Right, last clip then. Like I said in the little caption there, I highly recommend you don't play like I do unless you just want to go out and have some fun. Just be very careful though, this doesn't always work and sometimes find yourself getting killed really quickly. And I spammed some heat. Don't do it very often, but in this game, I don't know why I did it. I just had this like crazy feeling running through my head. I just wanted to have some fun. So I just went loony. Yeah. Don't often spam heat, and in a minute you're going to see the drawbacks of using heat against certain tanks. And I actually see myself off a little bit. Right, so that's one guy dealt with. So we see a T-54 and a WZ 111, lots of ones and a 4 on the end. Right, so T-54 loaded the heat. Don't really need heat for a T-54, but I'd have to spend a lot of time aiming, and I wouldn't be able to do what I was going to do in a second. Right, so yeah, I get bored. For some reason I just wanted to go mad. So this clip is really just for your entertainment. Pushing in on the T-54, WZ-111 turns up. There was another tank there as well, but the team creamed him. We got all the assist points. Going around the T-54, boom, he's done. Right, let's do the merry-go-round on the WZ. Right, bounce. Using heat against spaced armour. Big no-no. I should know better. What I should have done was used heat for his front armour like that. Switch to back to AP to come around here. Gone through there with AP and not bounce like that. And just keep driving around and doing the same. He's actually given up now. He turns his turret to the back. Leaves it there. And kill him. Kill him dead. Spam some heat, switch back to standard rounds now. Right, so I managed to get away with that without losing any health. So what can I use my hit points for now? Yeah, I don't get these people that hide at the back of the map and save their entire hit points and end up doing nothing. I play this game to have fun, and this is fun to me. Right, there's the limit of the gun depression. That is the main limiting factor of this tank. The gun depression, the fact that the turret doesn't go all of the way round. It's not a massive drama though. Best takes that dude down. Pushing on in. Bypass the cap, because why would you want a cap? It's not to lose some hit points now. Drive into the edge of the map. Yeah, it was like I said, this clip is purely for your entertainment. There is absolutely no point trying to play like this. Right, so we see a Foch and two eyes. Foch gets taken down. Gonna do the Ring of Roses on the British artillery. Get behind him. He's screwed now, unless his other artillery buddy finally gets a shot into me. He's down. Next one. Where are you? There you are. He may end up hitting me here, but I really don't care. Oh, I missed that shot. Right, so I changed my angle. Is he going to get one into me? Right, so I come round, I lose gun arc, and I only track him. Am I going to reload it? No, our artillery takes him down. Bugger. Yeah. There we go. Don't play like that, fellas. It's completely moronic. But sometimes it works, but on the majority of times it's not going to. I just thought you might like to see that clip because that's how I like to play this tank sometimes. There we go, 7,398 experience with some operations, helping out with a grind, high caliber mastery 1, 3,700 damage and 4,300 assist points just because I went crazy batshit. Drove around all the enemies, kept them spotted. Yeah, fun, but highly yeah, I don't know what the word is, just crazy madness. But that's how I like to play now and again because I play this game to have fun. I don't play it to do. It's not a job. It's not a team sport type thing. I play it to have fun. There we go. Right, there we go, fellas. Hope you enjoyed this review. A little bit of fun at the end there, but I highly recommend you try and play like I did in the first replay and not the second. Anyway, so there we go. My favourite tank. I've been asked quite a few times what my favourite tank is, and it's by far the Object 430 version 2 at the minute. But it's not the best tank. It's just the one I prefer to play. Right, there we go, guys. Please give the vid a like if you did, sub if you're not, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.